Welcome to this presentation on values of V6 machining. Programming with simulation. This is one of the key competitive differentiators of V6 machining. What if you could reduce programming time and ensure creation of collision-free toolpaths the first time? Improve programming accuracy by simulating the real behavior of complex machine tools. Increase productivity by eliminating traditional data processing delays. Now this is all possible with V6 because the user will program the machine directly in V6 and not what was traditionally called as part programming. In V6, the machine is in the heart of the programming environment. Having the machine up front will help the NC programmers with a variety of tasks that is usually done and realized very late in the process. For instance, validating the machine's setup, checking the machine capacity or reachability, choosing the right machine for the part, and most importantly, visualizing the machine behavior based on toolpaths and strategies used by the programmers. In other words, the toolpaths are generated considering the machine kinematics in V6. All these steps are usually done late in the simulation phase, but in V6 it can be done up front. This will help reduce the overall lead time for programming. Other intuitive capabilities like automatic tool axis modification based on machine kinematics is key for efficient programming. To summarize the capability, the business value, and the functional value of programming with simulation. So integrated NC programming with simulation. The business value is that it drastically reduces programming time for a given part. Thereby, you save cost. The functional value for the users is an easy upfront access to machine simulation, which helps them fine-tune programming techniques and grow their machining IP. They have more time to think about what's the other alternative way of programming this given part. Maybe that's even better. Standardized programming user interface for all types of programming. The business value is that reduces the learning curve and the deployment costs because the programmers just know the simulation system and the programming system because it's all in one environment. And the functional value is it leads to faster communication and programming resolutions. It's easier to communicate with another NC programmer. Machine kinematics based programming. Now this saves time and verification costs by programming the machine directly rather than part programming. So the toolpaths that are generated with Delmia V6 machining, they consider the machine kinematics. In a way, the machine travel limits are checked when the toolpaths are being defined, so it's more intelligent. And the functional value is that you get quality error-free programs every time. Again, the programmers will have extra time to work on newer strategies and so on. Collaboration. This is a unique capability of V6. But what if you could increase programming efficiency with real-time collaboration between teams and disciplines, the shop floor, design engineers, and tooling designers, and so on? What if you could reduce product development costs by managing concurrent engineering and improve quality of final product by capturing and reusing preferred and proven machining strategies? Now this is possible with V6 with the collaboration capability. So this is the ability to chat, share screens, and transfer IP through V6 with other programmers shop floor operators or tooling designers in the company or in another facility across the globe. And this is very easily done. Users can annotate, share their live screens and images instantaneously with other V6 users online. They can ask questions and they can share ideas and make decisions faster. This avoids the need for users to physically set up meetings or visit other locations or plants or countries where they sit together and then try to take a decision, when this is totally possible from within V6, from within their desks. This can help reduce the overhead costs due to travel and reduce idle waiting time for users due to lack of information and so on. This is truly a remote 3D brainstorming. Now, the real value of collaboration, again, the capability, the business value, and the functional value. The user community collaboration. This mitigates product change costs by enabling better team networking irrespective of the location. They can be wherever they are and they can collaborate. And functional value being it enhances the user innovativeness and increases the user value to the company. Enables a medium for knowledge share, learning, and reuse of knowledge. The business value reduces training costs and connects subject matter experts with new recruits for faster learning by sharing the information on V6, by looking at the screens, learning it together. And the functional value is that it aids in faster task completion because decisions are done faster, and is an easy learning medium for new programmers. The third one being the project team collaboration, reduces project lead times by enabling 3D brainstorming via V6 collaboration. And the functional value is better understanding and communication of problems and solutions in 3D. Now, collaboration here is not a chatting tool like in the social media. Well, the capability is there, but this is the capability that will help the programmers learn faster, communicate better, and make decisions which will help reduce the cost. Now, the next capability is the impact analysis. Now, what if you could identify the impact of engineering and manufacturing changes to support better decision making early, evaluate the risks associated with changes, including estimates of costs of resources, effort, and schedule, control costs by keeping programs up to date with design changes. It is very well known that changes are obviously costly, and late changes are even more expensive. In order to mitigate this cost, V6 infrastructure delivers capabilities to communicate changes instantaneously when it materializes or is promoted by engineering or manufacturing departments. This helps control costs and gives a better hand on making decisions sooner than later before spending the money. The impact analysis is quite natural to V6 CATIA, Delmia, and the V6 platform itself. It's very well managed through notifications, through visual notifications to everybody who is subscribed to the change. So this helps companies to be very cost efficient, cost sensitive, and make the right decisions early in the process rather than taking decisions after the change is forced into the system. The value of impact analysis, product lifecycle managed. The business value is that it helps reduce the overall program cost by enabling faster change notifications. Communication is very key to be efficient. The functional value is reduced number of prototypes and rework. Again, time spent on prototypes and rework is reduced, and again, time is cost. Data managed. The business value for this is it brings better cost, better control on data. So data is managed automatically within the system. The functional value is that it enables traceability, security, accountability, and it reduces the risk of accidental data loss or overwriting. And single source of IP management. This is very key in the V6 environment. Since all users are working off of the same data, it improves the company's competitiveness in the market by reusing the IP. And the functional value is that easy IP search capabilities across the knowledge base of the extended enterprise. You could have different facilities worldwide. All these different users could be connected to the same IP and reuse the same IP. And everybody on the system is well communicated with changes and the impact of those changes. The numbers here are from real customers' savings data. This study was conducted by a third-party company called SIM Data on various customers from diverse industry segments. These are savings compared to the traditional methods prior to adopting the software from Dassault Systems. The majority of the numbers here are mostly for V5 CATIA machining, but V6 Delmia software, as we talked about earlier, it's very similar to CATIA V5. It's a proven technology. It is CATIA V5 in the V6 environment. It's just been rebranded as Delmia. So all the V5 ROIs for machining holds good for V6 as well, and it is more because of the added capabilities and features that we have in V6. So with that, this concludes the presentation of values of V6 machining. Hope you're convinced enough to take the next step to see the values in action with your teams. Thank you.